Hello everybody, my name is Rin and today we're gonna talk about the crusty phenomenon, which is art lore. But first, we've hit the amazing number of
52K.
little blind moles. That's a bit iconic. That's a bit unheard of. This is a bit bananas. It's a bit bananas. B-N-A-N-A-N. I can't spell in English. The bilingual struggle. I know how to spell banana. It's banana. But I can't spell it in English very fast, okay? Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. If you don't know, Little Blind Moles is what I call my followers here on YouTube because as artists, when you put a blank piece of paper in front of us, it's like we've never seen whatever the fuck we wanted to draw. So we are Little Blind Moles. We are indeed little and we are indeed blind. If you've never heard about art lore, you are in for a treat today. As I said, it's a crusty, dusty, musty trend, maybe the crustiest and dustiest of them all. However, we have a bit of a momentous occasion. We got a sponsor. Yes, indeed, we got a sponsor. Nobody move. We have got a sponsor. Today's video has been brought to you by Atlas VPN, the best VPN deal on the market at only $183 a month. It's so important to have a VPN if you want to stay safe from malwares, hackers, all them nasty individuals. Listen, we've all gone through it. You go on Netflix, you find a little nice show that you want to watch, but you don't have the time right now, so you save it in your watch later little playlist. But then you go to watch it after a week and it's not there anymore. Well, Atlas VPN has got you covered. You can just go, change your location, and find a country that's got your show. But hold on, this is not your average VPN service. You also got a bunch of other services in there, like ad blocking. It's blocking the ads and the malware and the trackers, and it also lets you know if someone is trying to steal your data. Attenzione pickpocket, attenzione pickpocket. Atlas VPN gives you the best deals when shopping online, which includes subscriptions, airlines, hotels, bookings. Atlas VPN has got your hot girl summer covered. Thank you so much for checking Atlas VPN by clicking the link in the description so you can enjoy the most affordable protection for just $183 a month plus 3 months extra with a 30-day money back guarantee. It helps out the channel a lot. This is again our first sponsor. We need to perform, my little blind moles, we need to perform. I enjoy doing YouTube very much. However, having the lights on certainly helps a lot. So thank you so much for checking it out. Okay, as a great bisexual king once said, let's get down to business. To the topic of today's video, crusty, musty, dusty art lore. Art lore is a toxic phenomenon that's been happening for the past 1 or 2 years, mainly on TikTok. So it's hardly a new subject, but I've seen a resurgence of it recently. So we're gonna have a not serious look at it all. We must put it down. In other words, I would like to not say it anymore. If we could do that. Art lore actually started as a way of making fun of shitty people. Listen, me personally, I'm all about making fun of shitty people. It's the worst thing you could do to them because they usually have these horrendously misplaced, enormous egos, which are also very fragile. When I say shitty people, I mean racists, transphobes, fucking pedophiles, and other such maladies. So, making fun of them? So the way it went, for the people in the back and the millennials and everyone else, someone will make a TikTok of their art with some questionable text on top, usually being, again, racist, transphobic, whatever. And people would comment art lore to kind of fuck with them, basically saying you and your art are just a cryptic anecdote of the community. This is the flop of the century and nobody is taking you seriously. In fact, nobody moved, nobody laughed, and nobody clapped when they beheld this dumbass video. But in not so many words, of course. However, trouble started when this girlie decided to reinvent herself. I mean, going after legitimately icky people is so last season. We need to start including lesser crimes. We need to include the arrogance. And include them they did. There is absolutely nothing that the art community hates more than an arrogant artist. How dare you be happy with your art? Don't Don't you know that your art journey is supposed to be marked by toil and tribulations and self-deprecation? You can't be happy with your art, you fucking noob. Certainly not happy enough that you can even think to criticize actors. Is arrogance that big of a deal though? Like, yeah, it's annoying. But you can also just scroll, you know? Just scroll. I really don't understand people who get into fights online over petty stuff, no less. I do believe that it's important to call out shitty behaviors, but sometimes it's really not that deep. Do you not care about your peace at all? They get into these petty arguments with some little children, and sometimes they don't even try to be rude like that, and it's just a misunderstanding, and they just get hated on for a fucking misunderstanding. Like this 14 years old, 14, that was just trying to be relatable, but got hundreds of TikToks clowning on them and their art style. 14 years old. And they had such a mature and calm response to the situation. It's giving it, girl. It's giving, you can keep yapping like a rat, but it won't mess up my vibe. An icon, indeed. We love to see it. Most of the time, though, the victims of art lore literally get bullied off the platform. Brother, the research for this video has been so annoying. A lot of these original TikToks were not there anymore because people had been bullied into deleting them. And for what? For being a little bit arrogant? Which child has not been arrogant? That's part of being young. You think that the world revolves around you, and that's okay. That's okay. We don't need to harass them over this. They're children. Like, this little kid was really happy about being able to draw hands. This is a child whose parents literally made them quit TikTok over the harassment. Their parents made them quit TikTok, bruv. That's just good parenting right there. But that's so sad, man. Like, their parents got involved because some adults were harassing a child. Do not have tax returns to file or some shit. Why are you fighting with little children? Why are you laughing at little children? And then there's this girl who was like, same face syndrome fears me. And then the faces were pretty similar. Like, come on. Listen, same face syndrome is really not a crime. Again, it's someone else's art. It's not like someone is making you consume this art. You don't need to consume the art. You don't need to follow this creator and see their same face syndrome. There's plenty of other artists who don't have same face syndrome. Just let them live, let them evolve. They're gonna grow out of it. It's cool. Oh, but they posted it. Oh, but they were the ones who posted it. They opened themselves up to criticism. That's a bit silly, don't you think? What's that got to do with anything? You're no less of a floppy asshole just because they put their art online and then you, an adult, came and made fun of it. You're a floppy asshole. Like, imagine one of those artists that go into city squares and, you know, they're displaying and selling their art, and then there's a gaggle of teenagers coming to make fun of their art. Would that shit not give you secondhand embarrassment? That's y'all. I really don't understand this dog eats dog mentality, this every mole for themselves mentality. There is a community versus individual balance disaster right now. Bro, individualism is nice and dandy to a point. We're all for protecting your peace, setting up boundaries and stuff like that. I feel like some of us today feel like being implicated in a community in any sort of meaningful way is kind of cringy and unhealthy. But I feel like hyper individualism can be just as harmful as, let's say, fucking people pleasing, you know? Wishing to protect and bear a community that you are part of does not make you any less of an individual, and it will not destroy your peace. Oh, come on, you can't take a joke, it was just a joke. Is it really a joke if the other person is crying though? And again, if these were actual bad people like it was in the beginning, I would kind of support making fun of them, because I feel like it's the best medicine for this kind of person, you know, the bigots. They deserve to be made fun of. How about we take a more nuanced look at this? These are little children who are being a bit arrogant. As internet wildfires go, art lore pretty much degenerated into an excuse for people to bully little children online to make themselves feel better. You don't even need to have the shitty text with the shitty text on top of your art. You can simply exist as a beginner artist, posting your art online, and you're set to go. This artist is probably the most well-known art lore situation. They unfortunately got bullied off the app. But they persevered on Instagram and they kept making art and they improved. To this day, though, even on Instagram, they get dumbass, obnoxious comments. Like, this is so embarrassing. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from these people who have gone, searched out their account on Instagram, and now they're leaving comments today. This situation happened a while ago, I believe. So the fact that you today are doing this, you really don't have friends, do you? Everyone is cringing a bit when they're looking at their old drawings. Like, they're just starting out. Why is this situation happening right now? Why is this unnecessary ass thing happening? Why are you beefing with a little child at your big age? It's so embarrassing. It's so pathetic. It's a bit pathetic. I might just say it, it's a bit pathetic. Nobody moved. Nobody clapped. Nobody laughed, in fact. Artists are nothing if not entrepreneurs, though. We see an opportunity and we seize that shit. And this is where the baiters come in. This is the crustiest, dustiest, mustiest of the art lore community. In the spirit of cloud chasing and view grinding, a lot of the posts that gain notoriety are fabricated. Bad press is still press, y'all. If you're a really slimy fly, you can even convert all of the haters into reformed apologetic fans by coming out with another video explaining you are just doing satire and how morally superior you are, but in fact you are just another crusty, dusty, musty fly. O apă și un pământ, as we like to say here. Art lore hasn't been happening for that long, but this attitude has been present in the art community online for as long as I can remember, which is why I wasn't really interested in it for so long. I think a big reason for it is, again, the generally unhealthy feelings around one's own art, the never satisfied sentiment. I know art can be kind of frustrating sometimes whenever your art journey kind of seems to be coming to a halt, a bit of a flop era. It's always kind of a bit tempting to take it out on other people. This may be a bit controversial, but I feel like that's wrong. Whenever you think of handing it to these beginners, just remember, it's not that fucking deep. It's literally a hobby. You all need to internalize that making art for the sake of making art is fine. You don't need to draw a fucking Caravaggio every time you open up the sketchbook. It's okay. Of course. Art can be really impactful and meaningful. It's an essential part of any functioning society. And it can be healing for a lot of people. And if you are one of those people, that's very cool. But also remember that art is subjective. And just because it's very important to you, it does not mean that it's very important to others. For other people, it may just be a pastime. So, just because art is very important to you, it doesn't mean that you have to project that protectiveness and those feelings of grandeur that you have over it onto people that don't really care that much about it. Art is also a very, very personal experience, so don't be fucking policing it. I believe that once we manage to be kind to ourselves, we will be able to be kind to others as well. Especially little fucking children. Stop bullying that little tiny mouse. It's not professional and it's not ethical. Now, if there is any young artist watching or artists that are a bit scared of posting their art online in fear of this dumbass criticism coming from people who usually don't even know what fuck they're doing themselves, listen, there is nothing that rejuvenates me quite as much as finding a 10-paragraph comment explaining in detail everything that you did wrong, in a hateful manner. It's edited. They spent at least half an hour on that. They come back to check how it's doing. There's nothing that rejuvenates me quite as much as deleting them. Not blocking them. I wanna see if they come back, to badmouth me for deleting their comment. Listen, constructive criticism cannot be constructive if the people that you're criticizing have not asked for it. If someone is asking, hey, can you help me improve? Yeah, help them improve. But if you just see an art that you don't like, and then you go and comment that it's shit or that the neck is too long, there's the don't you have some pants to iron? You are an adult. Calm down. So, for the young artists, please, 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 just ignore the hate. No one's opinion is above your own when it comes to your own art. So if you like what you're doing, if you just love drawing the same face always, if you like, exaggerating a feature, do it. If you're doing it intentionally and if it's something that you enjoy doing, keep doing it. No matter what other people say. They don't know shit. Okay, that's it. Please subscribe. Check out the sponsor. Leave a like if you like this video. Bye bye.